What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another, well, this is another playthrough, actually, of the Outer Worlds. So, we'll get started into it. The first kind of walkthrough I did, playthrough, I guess, is just really rushed. I spent about 6.5 hours, as you can see right here, on it, so I really was just interested in beating the game. So now, we're gonna play through and actually have fun with it, and, actually do a lot of the side quests that are out there. So, we'll just kind of hop right into it. I'm gonna skip the first cutscene here, because if you want to see it, you could just watch the first episode of the last one. But for my character, I will be using guns again,
are rough around
and I kind of want to go to like a crit build. So, last one I bumped up my strength, but I think I'll actually just do that again, yeah, just to get a little bit of extra carrying capacity on here. For my skills, I want to do dialogue and tech.
For exploiting insecurities.
So, oh, and then I'm gonna give up one of these here, just so our companions get abilities here. I think we might actually just want to do that right off the bat here.
A steady hand at the helm.
We'll just do that first. And then for this one, I decided, I think I'm just gonna do persuasion up here.
Working your way up to provisioner?
Character, I'm gonna randomize it because there really is no real good times where you get to see your character, so I think this is a good one right here. Might as well do that. Let's see here, what is your name? Stew Joe. Name is Joe. Joe Mama. Alright. It's a good start.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend. Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
All right, back to the laboratory.
Status: structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 10%. Skip drive.
Shit.
I'm not too sure if we're actually gonna sit here and watch the whole thing because we've already been through that, and anyone who's watched like some pre-release footage has all seen this, so we'll just skip it. Why not?
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Alright, we'll skip this here. Oh, I can't anymore for some reason.
You've landed. Good. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste.
Right. Now we gotta figure out.
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh?
The controller is not working
Not
on this
sure
thing
I
now.
trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty. On my head.
There we go. All right.
Shame about the whole squashing thing.
We're
Nasty
in
way to go.
business. Let's throw him through here. It's not really a whole bunch to start. I like how it wants you to like learn how to crouch through this next area here, but nothing comes of it. So if they detect you, they just run away. So the first time you play through, I think you just kind of let it happen.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
All right, so
Hey,
here we meet our
You've
first
tried the
guy
best
here.
now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, law, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
All right.
Spacer's Choice
Don't really
policy
wanna be a
clearly
big dick,
stipulates
but-
that dead and as good as dead are two completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post. I will report that illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
All right, let's just persuade.
Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
All right, let's quickly boot up the goodies here. Blow out Phineas's eardrums.
Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Alright. So this is where we learn about our special powers. Didn't mean to do that. Kill them up real quick. So that's just the telescoping stuff, and it's not really worth it to me to pick that lock because I don't really want to use melee weapons at all, so I'm just gonna go past that. Then let's go through all of these menus real quick. Alright. So I want the saber because I want to save my ammo. There's like some behemoths in the next little area behind us. Actually works pretty good for the start. Alright, onwards we go. So now we meet these fine guards up here.
Get over here before you get yourself killed. Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Call on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Alright.
You pulling my limb? I mean, yeah, of course. Marauders. Bunch of addle-brained derelicts. I could round them up all by myself. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs some. Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit analysis. But, seeing as I'm the acting manager in this situation, you know what? You're right. It's time we cross those marauders off, find whoever owns that ship, and file a full report. And it's gonna be fucking laminated.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Open fire!
You guys have fun. And I may be a bad person for letting her die, but she's got a gun that I really want. Unless they do end up killing all of them, in that case, nice.
I'm out! Reloading!
Oh man. Good for them. Every other time I've played on here, they've all gotten wrecked, so
Waste of company ammo.
kinda don't want to kill them. I'm just gonna keep them alive, honestly.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
So that kind of puts a wrench in the plans here. But yep. So over here they have some big boys. I killed them before. Just I do remember that being a tad bit harder last time, but I guess not. Last time they did spawn 2 behemoths though, so that could be why. We will level up in a second. Yeah, so last time I attacked that, I actually got a few primal behemoths come after me, so this is a little bit more refreshing that there wasn't. Alright. So the first thing I want to do is, that's where I have companion abilities, so they can also heal themselves. There we go. I don't know if I want to do handguns or what. We'll go dialogue for the rest of these points here. Perks. I think I'm gonna do the recharge right here. I might actually end up just using pistols because they're pretty fun. All right. That, let's be off. These N-rays do quite a lot of damage. Last playthrough I tried to keep maximum health regen at like 5, but oh, already got a bolter pistol. How about that? These things are pretty cool. Alright. Let us get to the ship.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Gesture procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand? Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand? Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Alright. This time I think I'm gonna search through the ship. I never really did walk through it
If
last
your
time.
equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Gives you some nice starter loot. Guess I still gotta pick this lock.
These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them. Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown. The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed. Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it.
Alright. Let's see if I have any mods that I can. I do not.
Himself. Right before he died.
Alright. Oh, that's that. Let's head back out.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay. Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I'd report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Alright. So, I'm gonna go clear out this little marauder camp over here. Do some exploring after that. That's right, my armor is crap. Let's not do that again. Oh man. That was a big goof up.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Let's just run through and reloot everything. Feels
Due to
bad.
catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Salt tuna. Bada bing, bada boom. Of course, I'll break my leg doing that.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex.
Alright. Keep the shotgun.
Preferred to travel alone.
I'll break down all these open parts here.
But he always had me.
Here we go. Alright.
Say, and if...
I'm gonna skip this.
No.
Just because we just finished it. Alright. Let's try this again. Without the dying parts. Alright. I believe there's some baddies down here we can kill. go. I'm just gonna take the long way around this time. Oh, excuse me. All right. So, right off the bat, I don't think I'm gonna go.
Next one.
I don't think I'm gonna bother them.
Comes out of your pay.
He's off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got.
All right.
Our place in the universe is fixed.
Here it is.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town? Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Thompson in the cannery. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious. The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book. So you'll consider it? I do appreciate you hearing me out, and, your discretion. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
I think we'll do that one first. I think that's on our way for a few other quests we have to do, so.
Something got you down?
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet. Music to my ears.
All right.
You read the latest report?
I don't know you. Be unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here. Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters. Traitors, the lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
All right.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the Vicar take a look inside your head. And he allowed you to wander around town spreading your pernicious fantasies about repairing ships? My opinion of him approaches its nadir. He doesn't seem to like us much. The Vicar has not been with us long, and in his relatively short tenure in Edgewater, gives off the distinct whiff of superiority. Go ahead.
Ooh, let's just do a little crime here. Just be on my way.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable. She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't ya? Do a good turn for an expiring old man? Couple hours out of your day and some light second-story work, that's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over. Probably tracking mud all over the archives. I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
All right.
You're making a mistake working.
Almost lost a friend.
Know how you feel.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller. As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity. His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual? You are correct. An outstanding bounty has been posted for information pertaining to the whereabouts of Phineas V. Wells.
Ooh, plot.
I am obliged to warn you against forming acquaintanceships, friendships, partnerships, or any felicitous relationship with a wanted criminal. I am also obliged to inform you of our referral program. For every criminal you refer to the authorities, the board will reward you. I am obliged to remind you that questioning the veracity of the board's orders is a punishable offense. Consider this your last warning. Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls outside my authority. I enforce the company policy of Spacer's Choice in the region of Emerald Vale. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information related to the location of Phineas V. Wells, you are required to submit that information to your nearest board authority.
Alright, whatever.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
Let's do some repairing. Do a little bit more exploring and then we'll go back and get into some action. Everything in here is free real estate. Alright. Take all the free loot I can get.
Heard Marauders down there.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic. I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do. All right, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you. I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better. That's all I can ask of you.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna.
So this is where the power regulator is, if I remember properly. Oh no shit, you could probably just come in here and steal it? Or you can't just yoink it out and skip all of those quests. Let's steal all that real quick. Well, since I'm here, I think I'll start the quest talking with him. Do it because we get our first companion here too, so.
The grease monkey, Argo? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
All right. That's me a companion now. All right, let's see what number 1 on the quest is.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that. Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Alright. I'm gonna go for the book first. I want to bring it back to him. I'll talk to him.
Here we go! Down they go!
Alright. Guess it wants us to hack this computer. Plasma rifle, huh? In good condition too. This looks like a Marauder camp right over here. Nice.
Nothing personal, I swear.
She just like teleported right next to him. Jesus.
We made it.
Nice. Give her a good weapon too. So we'll keep that one. Alright. A lot of bodies. Just gonna yoink up all of this good stuff here. Alright, off to the next place. Let's see what kind of baddies we run into over here. Where'd those other bodies go? Right.
Easy.
Slurp all that up. Wonder if there's anything else this way. So energy weapons do some work on primals and stuff. It's great. Alright, well. Back we go to get the medicine. I'm pretty sure this is the spot that I just left at. That's so cool. Just heal up real quick. My life regen isn't as good as it was before. Alright. I say in through the front door. Got the shotgun and we're ready to go. Oh, that's a lot of people in here. Get him. That a girl.
Nice hit!
Come from outside.
Everyone all right?
Damn. So I'm doing some damage. Get him. God, I love that. Let's just level up real quick. Nope, not those. What do we need to get in here? Log picking. Did not know that that was in the sneak skills. That's actually kind of feels bad. Gotta be at 30. I'll do that just to get that to there. I'll do guns next. One more pick and I can get in there. Oh, can't sell yet. That feels bad. Oh, excuse me. Let's just work our way up here and see what we can do. do need to have this. There's a key for it. Just wasted those levels. Feels bad. Oh, that was just a waste of hacking. Oh well. Let's see what else we got here. And then let's go kill some baddies. Start with this guy this way. Dang. There's a lot of them. I think we're encumbered now. That's kind of sucky.
Yeah. That's on a...
Oh. We're gonna skip this.
Could be.
We're encumbered by 1 pound, so. I think I'll just get rid of. Break that down. All right. That being said, I think we'll go turn in what we have now. Probably continue the bounty hunt next time. Between the two, I don't think I'm gonna give it to him. I'm most likely just gonna give it to her. She says there's a lot more sick people, so.
I've got some time. Thanks. I'll see to it that this medicine gets to the people who need it. Here, something for your trouble. Nothing personal, but I hope we never do business together again. Don't want to make a habit of consorting with smuggler types.
Ooh.
And there it is. The reason I don't like depending on a criminal. I kept a little contingency fee in case you decided to shake me down. Somebody deserving. Silas on account of him being out in the cold. Amelia seeing how she's around people all the time. Anybody in the sick room? Oh, I'm an actuary. That means I keep tabs on a worker's living expenses. How much it costs to feed, clothe, shelter, bury, and replace your average human worker. Technically, I'm employed by the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources.
Alright. I guess they don't like me, so... Let's go return back to Vicar Max and give him the journal.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too...
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Ah, Miss Holcomb. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
This here's Vicar DeSoto. He's always offering spiritual counsel to those that need it.
Thank you for the kind assessment, Miss Holcomb. I admit, I've been quite interested to make our outsider's acquaintance. Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this... French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted. Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than proselytizing to a bunch of feeble-minded wretches. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality with people who have no interest beyond their next Aetherwave program. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport. You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew. Free spiritual counseling, someone to watch your back, not to mention a grown-up in the party.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well. Fantastic. Let me get my things in order, and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale. I'll meet you on the ship when you're...
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked her to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. I've never seen you before, and there's been no paperwork indicating a transfer. Half the time it's wrong, but a new worker without paperwork? Unheard of. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Ms. Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town. No, I am not. Though there is something to your accusation. It is wrong for me to succumb to distress. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Alright.
I'll meet you.
Okay, so he's not gonna actually follow us. Alright, well, I think we'll end it for now. It's been quite a while, so we'll begin on the next episode tomorrow. Started off with a bounty hunt. Go after those marauders out here. But hope you guys did enjoy this one. Like I said, I'm trying to go and do everything I can through here now, so thanks for watching. Hopefully the audio and everything sounds much better than it has been. If not, just let me know.